What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Movement Mindset powered by Station Athletics. I'm Chris Hardenberg here today with André Savadjian.
Yeah.
Yes. André Savadjian. He is a member at our Roseland facility. And so I wanted to interview André for a couple reasons, but he's super busy schedule. He had recently had a wedding. Ever since starting, he's someone who's not unfamiliar with fitness, but kind of fell off, got back on track. And so I was like, André, you've been crushing it. Let's get you on the podcast. So thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So let's start. A little bit of background on André. Who are you? What do you do? Fill us in on your background.
Awesome, thanks. So my name is André Savadjian. For work, I'm an anesthesiologist and an ICU physician, and I've been a member here at Station Athletics at Roseland for 1 year now.
Okay, cool. I remember you and Jen, because I actually think I signed you guys up, basically.
I think you were one of the first people we spoke
Yes.
to. Yeah. Right at the desk.
What brought you guys in? Because what brought you guys here?
Yeah, we had just moved to the area, and this was one of the few CrossFit gyms that was very conveniently located close to our place of residence and close to the hospital, our place of work where we both work. So it was definitely, drop in, see how it is.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic gym. It's a large space, and it definitely fit both of our needs. My now wife's needs about open gym as well as classes.
That's right. So what did you guys move out here for work?
Yes. Well, I'm from New Jersey, so is my wife, and we were both working out of state.
Yeah.
And so the plan was always to come back close to friends, close to family, and so we both moved back, both landed jobs here and also at the same place.
Yeah.
And so we're looking for a new gym.
Where are you guys from originally?
I'm from Bergen County. I'm from Old Tappan.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife's from Bergen County as well, Wyckoff.
Okay, I know.
So we're definitely close by, close to our friends, close to our family, and that's how we like it. I know that's how our friends and family like it too.
Yeah, for sure. So how was the wedding, right? I know that was that's a big deal. You
Yeah.
and Jen got married, went on a little bit of a honeymoon. How was that?
It was awesome. I mean, for anyone who's obviously planned weddings, they can be a lot to plan, but it was fantastic. Everything went much according to plan. The weather was picture perfect, blue sky day.
Yeah.
It was just an all-time time, man. I mean, it was great having all friends and family, all the people that you think like, oh yeah, I saw that guy. Oh wow, he's here too. Amazing.
Yeah.
All these things, and the whole day went out without a hitch, and we're forever grateful for our friends and family for being there. And then shortly after, we went on a small little honeymoon to Utah. Did a couple. We're just pretty active people. I mean,
sure.
We went on it's called the Mighty Five national parks: Zion, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef, Arches, and Canyonlands National Park, all in Utah. Yeah, over a course of like 6-7 days.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you guys were I know you said off the mics you were like, yeah, we were pretty active. But now that you say all that, it's like, no, to hit up all those, you guys were probably hiking every day.
Yeah. It was definitely a lot of hiking, a lot of driving, a lot of moving parts and like that. But we only had a week off after the wedding. You kind of fit as much as you can in.
Right.
But it was a great time. I mean, we hit everything, and just unbelievable photos, unbelievable pictures, and just unbelievable things that, we're lucky we're young and healthy. We're able to get out there and just do these things.
Cool. So let's talk about your fitness background a little bit. So when I first met you guys, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, it's not like you were new to CrossFit or new to fitness.
Correct.
So you had been doing it, but you were like, I got to get back on track. So maybe talk about what got you in, and then how'd you fall off, and how'd you work on getting back on track?
Yeah. This conversation's always just leads back to simple concept, just like priorities.
Yeah.
It's literally just that. So I had a long medical training. I mean, after college, it was 10 years of training. So regardless of all that, you want to stay active, but priorities take place, not just working, but outside of work, in terms of doing things for work that is not necessarily in the hospital.
Yeah.
People don't realize that there's a lot of things that, medical trainees have to do when they're in a program that necessarily don't have to deal with time in the hospital, but that takes time away from you when you're not in the hospital, when you're home. And so now it's just a change. I always knew that I was going to get back on. I did CrossFit. I've done CrossFit in the past, but I always knew that I wanted to return to it. I knew that my fiance at the time was very into it, and and I knew that I was gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
And now I go to work and then I work out and then I can go home.
Right.
So my priorities have changed, and that's the main thing about it. So and that's obviously has to do with where you are in life, and now I'm not in medical training, and so that's a big thing.
Yeah. So you must have been doing like a ton of hours, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's not unseen in the medical field. I mean, yeah, you definitely work a lot of hours. It becomes the whole thing becomes a labor of love. I mean, I totally love what I do. I mean, maybe you don't find that many people that say that, but I mean, I love being an anesthesiologist. I love what I do, and I'm truly lucky that I get to do something I love every single day. I mean, that's, you think you say you want, I don't have kids yet, but I always say that the best thing you can ask for or wish for your kids is for them to grow up and do something that they love to do.
Right.
And not something that they're good at or something like that, but something that they love to do, and they find that. And I found that pretty young, because I knew from an early age this is what I want to do, and I'm still happy with it.
That's cool, man.
So it's awesome.
So, okay, so you go through medical school, you go through medical training.
Yeah.
And when you came to Roseland, I'm assuming you were done with medical training.
Yeah, so just for a little, because you were asked about this before, so I did 4 years of medical school, 4 years of anesthesia residency, and then I did 2 years of fellowship.
Okay. So you did that, you applied for some jobs, you got a job out here.
Yeah.
And so now it sounds like the thought process was like, okay, I don't have to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now it's time to get back on track.
Gotta get my life back together. Yeah. So I gotta look good and better. Yeah.
Cool. So let's talk about that a little bit, because you go from someone who sounds like was used to being active, used to being in really good shape, got really put the pedal to the metal when it came to school, and was just like, screw it. I just have to soldier through these next couple of years.
Of course.
And then so it's like you come out the other side. And I remember walking into the gym, this is probably like a month ago, and you pull out your weigh-in sheet and you're like, dude, look at these results. And I was like, Andre, what the heck? So talk about the results you've had so far and like what you've done to get there.
I appreciate that. I think that was Dave that was showing you.
Yes, that's what
Dave
it was.
was asking me.
Yes.
And Dave then showed you.
Yeah.
In total, I've lost about 32 pounds.
Wow.
In 9 months, and I've now plateaued just about now. I'm comfortable where I am now, but all that ended up being purely body fat, and I was able to maintain muscle mass, getting stronger, PRing everything, and obviously just more cardiovascularly fit. But yeah, I mean, losing just 30 pounds of body weight, and then it only being, slowly but surely only being pure body fat, dropping about 14-15% in body fat. That's
so crazy.
Yeah.
He showed me the weigh-in, JJ, and I was like, and mind you, I knew you had lost weight just from looking at you. I was like, Andre, you look amazing. But then you see the scan and it's like 14% body fat. Like that's a major percentage of who you are.
Yeah.
That shed it off.
Yeah. And maintaining like 85 pounds of muscle mass.
Yeah. And that's super smart, because it's like something we tell people all the time is like, we jumpstart people with our 6-week challenge, but then it's like, cool, you've lost all this weight with the 6-week challenge, but now it's like, now that we showed you, we know what we're talking about. Cool. Let's look at what it's going to look like for the next however long. And people get frustrated, but it's like, if you can just chunk away from there and make small incremental changes in progress, then it's like, no, you maintained all your muscle mass while losing all this body fat, but it was over 9 months, and you have to be patient with that.
Yeah. And you definitely got to be smart with it, and definitely got to be knowledgeable of it. Well, I would say I didn't lose weight actually much for the 6 weeks.
Right.
For the first 2 weeks, I like gained weight, which is actually can happen when you first start working out.
Yes.
Water retention, your body's reacting. And I was like, I know these things.
Yeah.
But I was still frustrated.
Right.
I remember I was talking about the coaches. I'm like, they're like, yeah, just like wait it out. I'm like, and I know, and I know the answer. It's like, but I mean, I definitely didn't even start really having a consistent weight loss until maybe about like 2 months in.
Yeah.
And that's not even been changing much of what I was doing.
Right. So how did you stay on track? Like, how did you not get frustrated and just be like, screw it? Like, what does it even matter?
Well, it's like law of, like, I guess, matter. Like,
Yeah.
eventually it will, it's always about calories in, calories out,
Yep.
effort in. But obviously, you can't just focus on the number, can't just focus on the weight. I definitely just felt more fit, more active, can move around more weight, can move things better. And that definitely just obviously made me feel better. And then eventually I started seeing some noticeable changes. Yeah, I mean, I think that you could be heavy, but if you're physically like fit in terms of metabolically or cardiovascularly, then great. Like if the way your body looks has nothing to do with sometimes how physically cardiovascularly fit you are.
Right.
And so, but that was a major thing for me to like focus on, and I've definitely achieved that and got much better.
Yeah.
I could have never imagined running a mile or doing a Murph in the time I've done now. I could have never imagined that.
Right.
Staying on track is just, consistency, and having a wife in the fitness space is definitely helpful. She's a beast.
Yeah.
Love you.
Shout out Jen.
Love you, babe. I mean, yeah, she's obviously an absolute beast. Yeah, I mean, I would also say that people sometimes can be too hard and too strict and too stringent and don't realize what the long-term goal is. I mean, you say you've been heavy for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Mm-hmm. It may take you 3, 4, 5 years to like undo all that. That's like a lot of chronic fat that's been on you or chronic weight that's been on you. So it's not gonna just pounds on, pounds off like that easily.
Right.
And so I definitely also continue to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have more free time, so still went out to dinner with friends and family, and still was able to enjoy the meal I'm with, enjoy the company I'm with, enjoy the time that I'm having with friends and family, not necessarily being like, oh my God, am I on track right now? I mean, it's one meal.
Yep.
It's all about pattern. If, for 95% of the time I'm happy, I'm eating the right things, I'm moving, 5, 6 days a week, doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter what a day.
Yes.
Or a meal does. It shouldn't change.
Yeah, you said a couple things there that I thought was really, really cool. One was, and this is unfortunately conversations I've had with people, is like, it took you 5, 10 years to get to where you're at that you don't like. Mm-hmm. Whether call it 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 80 pounds overweight. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it took you 8 years to get here. What made you think you were going to get right back to your goal weight in 8 weeks? Yeah. Like, it's not how it works. And so being able to, like you said, it's like understand the long game. That's like, okay, it took me a long time to get here. It's going to take some time for me to get to where I want to go. But if I can put one foot in front of the other and focus on the little like habit changes like you talked about, you can get there, right? Yeah. And then the other thing that I thought was cool that you mentioned was I do think people tend to be too far one way or too far the other. So what I mean by that is like, they're like, all right, I want to get in shape, I want to lose weight, whatever the case is. And so they're like so meticulous about everything that it's like they'll
detriment.
Exactly. They'll nail everything for 6 to 8 weeks. They'll maybe have one bad meal and then it's just like, oh, like what? You know what I mean? It's like versus, like you said, it's like, I can go out to eat and actually enjoy the meal and not feel guilty about what I ate, because for those folks, that's what happens. They'll have one meal that it's like they're out with friends, and then they're beating themselves up, and it's like, dude, it's one meal.
Yeah, you got to be emotionally happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
In all aspects of your life, it can't be begrudgingly like
yes,
like with every little thing when you're also trying to change your life.
Right. So that you'll get that side, and then you get the other side of people where it's like it's really common. They're good Monday to Friday, and then an absolute abomination Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And what I heard you saying is like, I went out with friends, I did whatever, but it was like one meal is not going to kill me.
Yeah.
But 5, 6, 7 days in a row, probably not a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, not eating whatever and anything you want for all Saturday and all Sunday. Definitely don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like my bachelor party, that was more than a couple of days. More than a couple of days.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't be on track, but I was just very happy.
Yeah.
Not like I feel like I changed anything drastically.
Right.
But there's one thing that what you were saying made me think it was like what makes you keep on track is even with the 6-week program or 8-week program, like no one is going to be a better advocate than yourself.
Right.
Because no one's going to know you better than yourself. And what I mean, how you recover, how your body takes in food, how your body metabolizes. I know that I am a slow metabolizer.
Sure.
I just know. I mean, I'm not like, and you also see the stark differences. There are other members here. They don't have a lot of excess fat, and they, 4,000, 5,000 calories a day. If I did that, I'd be touching you right now. I mean, so, and I know that. And like, so, all the calculators and TDE calculators and resting, that only goes you so far. The only way for someone to be the best advocate for themselves is to continue to try it and tweak your own plan and knowing how you respond. And that is something that I obviously takes a couple months, but like I know how I respond to more carbs, less carbs, higher protein, lower protein. No one's gonna tell me that.
Yeah, and
no coach is gonna tell me.
But it's so great you say that, because it's like, again, that's another great point for new people is like, let's say they didn't have the fitness background like you, right? Yeah. They're coming to see me. There's a basic, it's like, all right, I look at your weight, your muscle mass, your body fat percentage. Here's a meal plan that's gonna like, it's one of those where it's like, it's what's going to be used by most people. Like most people in your situation should start here. Yeah. But you're right. Everyone metabolizes a little bit different. And so you have to be a student of your body and see how things adjust. Great example is like, I've been assigning some meal plans to people in Ledgewood, and there was one woman who's like, I feel sluggish. I feel like, I felt like a little lightheaded in the workout, and I'm looking at her meal plan. I'm like, all right, you probably need more carbs. So let's pull back on some of the protein and add in more carbs. And she's like, I feel great. And so it's like, okay, you're someone who needs maybe a little bit more carbohydrates than someone else who's the same weight, right? Or there's another person who found that they were hungry all the time. And so I gave them more protein, and it was like, great, they felt way better. And so it's like, okay, you don't need as many carbs. You need a higher protein diet because that helps you feel more satiated. That helps support your muscle growth. So it's like, there's definitely principles, right, when it comes to this stuff.
There's baseline core knowledge and core principles.
Yes.
But having that knowledge base is important. And some people have it, some people don't have it, or some people will become to learn it to then have it.
Yes. And I think what's cool is, like you said, it's like I've learned about myself and like gain the feedback and the knowledge, because it's, you could have a listener, Andre, who's like, well, of course Andre had an idea, he's a friggin' doctor, you know what I mean? But it sounds like from what you're saying, it's like, I didn't learn that from being a doctor. I learned that from just experimenting and taking note of it for myself.
Right. If anything, getting frustrated at reading other things online and being like, this is how they do. I'm like, man, I am like told this is like I'm plateauing here.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like there were different plateaus and different times I had to change up my diet or change the amount of carbs or whatever. And I used to macro count, but then I learned about obviously like I can eyeball foods and I don't macro count.
Sure.
But I watch what I eat and being very, very judicious in terms of what proteins in, fats, and like that. But the one core principle that some people still don't realize, that when talking to other friends, families, it's always, no matter what you do, no matter what you eat, it's always calories in versus calories out. Mm-hmm. And you working out is, in addition, it doesn't take that as many out calories as you would expect.
Right.
But your diet, which is what you're doing, 23 hours of the day outside of the gym, is much more important than one day in the gym. Can't out diet a poor exercise plan. Can't out or exercise on a poor diet plan.
Right. And so it's like you have to do both together. And it's a really, really good point that it's like, I think when you're doing this long enough, right, there are some people who maybe want to count macros or calories for the rest of their life. Personally, it sounds like me and you don't want to be those people, right? But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, if I weigh and measure my food for 6 to 8 weeks, let's say, it recalibrates your eyeballs and your brains to be like, this is 6 ounces of chicken.
Yep.
And my thing is like, if you need 6 ounces and you've been doing this for long enough and you eat 6.2 ounces of chicken, is it really going to kill you?
No.
Or if you eat 5.7 ounces of chicken, is it really going to kill you? So I think that's cool for folks who are listening. Again, wherever you're at in the fitness journey, if you're new or whatever, I've had people be like, do I have to do this for weigh and measure my food forever? If you're thinking that, the answer is no. You don't have to do it forever. But Andre brought up a great point. It's like you have to do it long enough. And then when you truly can be like, yeah, I know how much this is, then you can let go of the chains and kind of just live your life. And then again, reassess. And if there's some changes in your body or your energy's not where you're at, you weigh and measure again for a couple weeks and it recalibrates everything. Right. So I know I've gone through a few cycles of that myself, and it sounds like you have as well.
Yeah, you got to become a student of the game. The game
Yeah.
is nutrition and fitness, if that's what you want to do. Kind of with anything in life.
Yeah, for sure. So now that you're back from the wedding, do you have any new goals you're working towards?
So I've worked toward every like 3 months. I work towards like a new goal, and they're I realized they're pretty much all like calisthenic goals.
Okay.
So it's like kipping bar muscle up, strict bar muscle up, ring muscle up. So maybe strict ring muscle up is like my next thing.
Okay.
But I'm happy that I can do those things now.
Okay.
Which, never been able to even realize that I could do, which
right.
is pretty great. I'm pretty happy with that. So,
cool.
I mean, I'm gonna continue getting after it. I mean, I've known that I've gone from 217.5 at max to 185, which is kind of where I'm sitting at right now in front of you.
Right.
It's you get. I mean, I was definitely told this. It is definitely hard to that amount of Andre that wants to stay here, wants to stay here. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna have to change things. I mean, back from the honeymoon and everything like that. I mean, I'm still watching what I eat. I'm still, I'm still enjoying life. Though.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying life.
Yeah.
And Jen and I are big foodies, big cooks. We cook a lot. We host dinner parties with our friends and our family. We'll host full-on dinner parties. So we definitely enjoy that part of life. I mean, but I definitely have. I'm not done. Progressing.
Cool. But and I think that's a good point. Also, is again, to go back. It's are you doing this because you love it and you have goals in mind, or are you doing it and you're just beating yourself up along the way? And I love your perspective on all of it, where it's I want to set a couple new goals every couple of months so I can continue to progress and stay engaged in the gym, but I'm also not sacrificing spending time with my friends and family, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I went to a bar for one of my best buddies' birthdays on Friday night. No, I mean, I didn't have a problem having one beer. I didn't have a problem having small slice pizza here. Whatever. I mean, it's not like I had 2 dinners.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, but it's all about how you think about it, long term and not in the cute short term way. Because then if you do that, you're never gonna go as far as you can see them. Yeah,
that's a good point. Because if you're too short sighted and think you're gonna get there, I heard a guy, I can't remember who said it. He said, your goals aren't realistic, your timeline just is.
Yep.
And I feel like that's so true. It's losing whatever weight or getting the bar muscle up or whatever. It's that's not an unrealistic goal. But if you think you're going to get there in 4 weeks, that might be unrealistic for you. It might take you way longer than that.
Especially if you're not being paid to be an athlete,
and
being in the gym for 5-6 hours.
Right.
That's different. Unless you're completely changing everything about your life and you're changing where you get your money from. But exactly. I mean, patience and and it's obviously also healthier to just come down at a much more calmer. I mean, not as steep of a cut, like a UFC fighter cut.
Right.
You shouldn't be doing that. First of all, that's obviously water, mostly all water weight and everything like that. But people should not be thinking like that, because I know people do think they're I lost 4 pounds since yesterday. I go, okay, it's not the way to think about this.
Exactly.
It's just water and sodium retention, sodium weight. Don't think of it like that.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Someone comes up to you, they're new, they want to do what you've done, right? What is one piece of advice you would give to someone like that?
Honestly, it was kind of what I said before. Gotta be your best. You gotta be your own best advocate. Unfortunately, not. I mean, I'm only saying this because of my own experience. No one's gonna know you better than you know yourself, and you are not a textbook. You are not a calculator based on that X amount of hundreds of thousands of people that they formulated a calculator.
Right.
It's a great starting point. I started there, and then you realize where to work from, and it's a change and work in progress. Everything you do in the fitness and nutrition industry. I mean, any bodybuilding, what do you call it, documentary will go with lengths than this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen anything like that. So that's the biggest thing. I would say that, what I said before about nutrition and exercise, they can't really outcompete each other. They both got to be, in line in terms of can't out diet a portion size,
Yep.
etc. I think, one of the other coaches was asking me, because he was asking about how like I maintain my muscle mass, and I would still be lifting heavy and whatnot, but if you lose body weight, you're gonna intrinsically lose muscle mass.
Yeah.
That's like, I think that exactly what they're marketed for. Like, I do take creatine every day, and I think that has like definitely helped. And I take BCAAs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only two supplements I take. It's not like I don't do pre-workouts or anything like
Sure.
that. I don't even drink coffee on a daily basis. I know.
You're an animal.
I know. I would drink maybe coffee like a couple times a month, maybe 1 or 2 cups a month, and because I like the taste of it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't drink coffee to like start my day.
You sure?
Yeah. Sleep is incredibly important. I mean, you can go through all lifestyle habits, but 7-8 hours of sleep is.
Yep.
I mean, that's where you do most of your recovery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's where you do your recovery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So those things, I know it's more than a couple things, but those are things that I've had questions with. I mean, at work, other people have asked me like what I'm doing and stuff like that, because like I walk into work like this and then I leave like this after I go into the locker room. Yeah. And then they'll ask me, and some people notice like, oh wow, like you've gotten in shape and whatnot. I'm like, thanks, dude. Yeah, but I mean, that's good. A noticeable difference, but I mean, I'm doing it for myself, not for other people.
Yeah.
But it's nice when people ask me my opinion on things, and that's what I will tell them.
Yeah.
I've totally gotten a lot of people at work actually on creatine, because I'm like, I think anyone above 18 should be taking it. Basically.
100%.
And I'm like, explain why, and like it's the number one, literally the most studied supplement like in the world. Yeah, all these things. It helps with this, and this. Yeah.
Cool. So what I heard you saying is, and I love these points. Advocate for yourself. Mm-hmm. Learn how your body moves.
And recovers.
Yep. And take creatine, and then sleep. And for you, it was like, I mean, guys, Andre's an anesthesiologist. I'm sure you work some nights and crazy hours.
I'm about to go in. What is it? What time is it right now?
It's probably like 1:30.
It's 1:30. I got to go in from 3 p.m. today to 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Right. And it's like you still are getting 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah, 7-8 hours of sleep. And like, that was the biggest thing about, I think it was Dave was like, wait, I just saw you yesterday night. Like, I will like work out in the morning if I'm at night. If I'm working late, I'll work out at night. If I'm working in the morning, overnight. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've like in and out of classes, but I'm like, I can't take that class, but I'll just go in and do my own open gym. Like, that's probably the hustle part of it that like no one can train you for, explain to you. Like, you like going when there's no class going and being able to like do like a 40-minute workout, do something to get you moving, get you sweating, get you like you did something productive today in the gym, because I can't always make that class.
Right. But yeah, man. And listen, I appreciate you coming on. I thought those points are great. If you're someone who is, it doesn't matter whether you're new to fitness or like Andre had experience and maybe fell off the wagon. He's had some great points on what got him back on track. So really, guys, take a listen to what he had going on. As always, guys. Oh, actually, if you see Andre at the gym, Station Athletics Roseland, give him a shout. He's down 32 pounds. Looks like a beast. Lifts like a beast. So appreciate you coming on, man. As always, guys, like and subscribe to us on YouTube and Instagram. Give us a 5-star rating on the podcast platform you listen on. We'll see you at the gym.